This video is all about scatterplot, regression line, and the coefficient of relationship, which is called the correlation coefficient. An effective way to see a relationship in a data is to find the information about the two variables x and y as a scatter plot, maybe the explanatory variable on the x-axis and the response variable on the y-axis. Treating that as x and y, we can get a diagram called a scatter plot. And if we want to find how these two variables are related, we can also find a line which is called a line of fit, where the points would be closely associated with the line. If the points are closely associated, then it will be closer to the line. Otherwise, it will be away from the line. Let's make use of this example. We have the number of tornadoes given for the different years from 1950 to 1995. Let's fit a scatter plot for this, get a line of fit, and use the line of fit to predict a value for the year which is not provided in this list. So since x is our years, which is your explanatory variable that is taken on the x-axis, the number of tornadoes on the y-axis, we can plot those points by taking, say for 1950, 201, 1955, 593, by taking 1960 as x and y is 616. We can plot the graph, and that graph is called the scatter plot by freehand method. The points on the scatter plot can be represented by the line, which is called the line of best fit. We can use the line of best fit to predict the value of y for which the x value is not given, and this method is called the interpolation method or the extrapolation method. We also know that the line of best fit will not pass through all the points, but it will be the best representation for the whole data. Like in this example, for the scatter plot, we can get a line, a freehand method, which can be drawn such that equal number of points lie above and lie below here, and this is an approximate trend line. If we assume that this trend continues, maybe we can find the value for the data, the year 2015, since it is not given in our question. We can predict what that value is going to be. The approximate value is 1200. And the value, say, for 1972, which is not given in our data, can also be predicted using this line of best fit. This line, what we are seeing here, is only by freehand method, but if we are using an app or a graphing calculator or a mathematical calculation for y equal to mx plus b, by treating this as the x and y values, then maybe we will get a better equation for the line of best fit, and that line can be used to predict the value for the unknown values x. Now, the scatter plot provides a convenient way to find the relationship between the two variables, which is called the correlation coefficient. The coefficient will be positive if both the variables increase. That is, as x increases, y increases, then the coefficient will be positive. When x increases, y decreases, or when y increases, x decreases, then the coefficient will be negative. If the points are scattered all over, then we know that it has no relationship. So the correlation coefficient will be closer to 0. It will be very little, or it has no correlation coefficient. Now in these three diagrams, the first one, it looks like we have a positive slope, so the coefficient will be positive. The second one, it has a negative slope, so it will have a negative coefficient. And the third diagram, the points are scattered all over, so it has no relationship at all. In this case, the first diagram has a positive slope, And the points are not very close to the line, so it has a weak positive relationship. Whereas in the second diagram, you have a positive slope and the points are almost lying on the line, so it has strong positive relationship. Third diagram, it has a negative slope. The points are a little further away from the diagram, so it has weak negative relationship. And the last one, it will have a strong negative relationship. So in this video, we saw only a freehand method of analyzing the regression line, the scatter plot, and the coefficient. In my next video, I'll use some apps like GeoGebra or Desmos to graph the scatter plot, regression line, and also we will see how the coefficient varies as the regression line changes. When the regression line is positive, how the value of correlation coefficient is positive, and when we move the points, how the values of the coefficient R and the equation y hat equal to mx plus b changes. It will be shown in my next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient. Thank you.